All right, Tom, I think we're about ready.
Do you reckon they landed on the moon?
Landed on the moon? What do you mean?
No, I'm asking, do you think they landed on the moon? Hey guys, it's Tom here in the Velocity showroom. Welcome back for another video. Me and Aaron were just discussing, did they land on the moon? I don't know. I'm not sure what to believe. What I do know is that this Lunar Rock Bronco is really, really cool and it's available for sale. So like we always do in these videos, we're going to walk around this truck as if you were standing here with me in the showroom. We will start by talking about the color. And yes, like I just said, it is called Lunar Rock. I think it's easy to say why. It's easy to see where the inspiration comes from, right? It's a really nice kind of space gray, but it's a flat color, right? So it's a flat paint. There's no metallic gloss in this one. And actually this color is one of the most popular grays that we do. Nardo gray is really popular, Arabian gray is really popular, and Lunar Rock. And I think the difference between those other colors and Lunar Rock is almost the undertone of the gray. Lunar Rock is, even though it's a gray, it's like a slightly lighter gray. And so it just works really well, especially with the lighter interior and things like that we'll come onto it in a second. But anyway, Lunar Rock is the color of this truck. We'll come around the front of the vehicle and talk you through really quickly the front side of the truck. So you can see here, this is the normal Bronco grille setup that we use. Of course, it is the grille setup for the Gen 1 Bronco 66 to 77. They all came looking like this. Couple of really quick things to point out. We do have LED headlights in this truck. We did the Holley Retro Brights in this one. They look like an old school halogen lamp, but they are in fact LEDs underneath there, brand new. You also get the full chrome front bumper as well as the Ford lettering across the grille in red for this one. So overall, just very simple, very standard front end for this Gen 1 Bronco, but looks amazing as always, looks really, really good. Come down the side of the truck, then you're going to notice a couple of chrome details that come out. This is our Signature Series vehicle, so it has all of the basic stuff, the standard stuff that you would get in chrome. All of these are new parts, but they look old, right? You've got the Bronco Sport badging on the side, that's really cool. The side mirrors, they're the original chrome style, as well as the door handles. That's really nice. All of these things, like I said, are brand new parts, but they are the OEM fittings, so like the original style of the truck. Quick thing to point out on this truck is it is a Signature Series, so it is the base, has a couple of upgrades. The first upgrade that we're going to talk about is this 6-point roll cage. So normally, most vehicles are standard have a 4-point roll cage that comes down the side. The 6-point roll cage is an upgrade, and it's a really nice upgrade for a number of reasons. The biggest thing that I like about the 6-point cage is the fact that the rear occupants get a 3-point harness, right? So when you go to the 6-point cage, the rear occupants get a full seat belt. They also get some extra covering because of the Safari top. So normally with the 4-point cage, you just get the bikini top. 6-point cage, the Safari top goes all the way back. We get asked a lot, hey, is this top removable? That's one question, and yes, it is. You can see there's actually buttons, little poppers that you can take off so the whole thing can come off. The second question we get asked a lot is, can you still do the full soft top over the 6-point cage? So the soft top sits on the tub here and goes over like a full enclosure. Yes, you can. So the 6-point cage does not foul the soft top. There's a slightly different riser that we have to use when we're doing the soft top on the 6-point, but anyway, it's really easy to do. So that's just a nice upgrade, a nice option there that you get as part of this truck that wouldn't normally be there on a Signature Series. Come around the side of the vehicle then, we drop the tailgate really quickly, show you the back of the truck. Raptor lining all the way throughout this vehicle, and you can see the flash here of the interior. We went with like a white cream interior on this one, just to goes really well with the Lunar Rock on the outside. We've actually built this exact truck a couple of times before, and it just works really well. And you've got the bamboo weaved, well, they're not really floor mats at the back here because you're not going to stand, well, maybe you will stand in the back, you could, but really just protection for the rear area when you're loading your bags in and stuff like that. Back of the tailgate has been Raptor lined, as has the whole inside of the truck. I'm going to lift the tailgate up really quickly. And there's not tons to talk about, but you are going to notice the matching rear chrome bumper here. That's the same as the front one. The brake lights, the side marker lights, these are all LED as well. Velocity build badge there too. So a couple of little things, but again, Signature Series Bronco. So it's pretty standard here in terms of what we would normally offer on these vehicles. Open the door. you can see now the full interior, and it's a really nice interior. These white interiors, they do work really well with this double diamond stitch pattern. When we say double diamond, I'll come onto it in a second. It's this pattern here that's perforated, super breathable, super nice. Again, signature series, so it has our standard door card fitting. It is a new door panel, door card, all wrapped in the leather. You do have electric windows in this vehicle. They are operational, so they look like an old school manual winder, but they are fully electric, which is really nice, as well as you've got fully electric powered steps, which we'll come onto in a second. Let me show you how they work. There's a little switch here, and so when you push that in, or when the door shuts, they disappear, and then when you open the door again, of course, the switch is released and they open again. You'll also notice the interior lighting of the vehicle is also on that switch, which is nice. So when you open the door, the lights come on, you shut it, the lights go off. Come onto the steering wheel. You've got the standard wooden steering wheel in the Signature Series. That's really nice. Got a tilt adjustable steering column as well. And then behind that, we've got the instrument cluster. It's a Dakota digital dash. So it looks old, but it actually is new. It's all new electronics. There's a little screen in there that can give you extra information. I like to run it with live miles per hour on there. Just gives you a really clear number of how fast you're going, but you can change it to things like fuel pressures and remaining fuel mileage and temps and all that good stuff. All right, let's talk in a little bit more detail now about the interior and the actual material. So this is not a vinyl, it is a leather. So this truck's had the leather upgrade. That's the second upgrade that I was talking about earlier. And what's really nice about this leather is it smells amazing, obviously, but it also feels really, really nice. It's a good upgrade. Obviously, for different people, you could opt for the vinyl. The vinyl that we offer is still really nice. But for me, with these lighter material trucks that we do, when we do these lighter interiors, the leather is just that little bit nicer. It just, in my opinion, the texture, the feeling, the look of it, it lasts really well, especially with a 6-point gauge, so it's not always going to get direct sunlight. It's one of the benefits of the vinyl is that it lasts a little bit longer in direct sunlight, whereas the leather can sag, but you've got the 6-point gauge on here, so you've got that protection. This leather is really, really nice, smells like nice, looks nice, and feels really nice. Double diamond is the stitch pattern in this truck, and you'll notice that it's perforated, and we do this on all double diamonds just to give the material a little bit more breathability. So it does have breathability behind it, so when you're sitting here, especially in the heat of Florida, right, and your back's against the seat, this perforation just gives that airflow to stop your back feeling super sweaty and things like that. It also looks nice. It just looks a little bit more, I wouldn't say the word is dainty, but it just looks a little bit more curated. It looks kind of special. So double diamond for the stitch pattern with the perforation in there. Looks amazing. It's a full back seat. You do have a headrest as well. Come on to the Tuffy box here. This is a lockable cubby box by Tuffy. It's mounted to the bottom of the vehicle, so this ain't going anywhere. And if you do go to the beach, you go to the shops or whatever, and you want to secure valuables in the vehicle, you can lock them in this box. So it's fully lockable on a key. There's tons of space in there. It has this armrest on top of it as well, which is cushioned. So that's really nice, finished in the white leather, as well as a USB 3.0 and a USB-C charging port. There's a slot for your phone. We like to leave our phones there when we're driving, and then two drinks holders as well that just go in. So really nice. It's simple, it's effective, it works really well. It what goes in all of our Broncos. Here are the high and low levers. This is for your four-wheel drive, high and low range. The gear gator, or the surround here, that the neck, if you will, of these levers has been finished in that leather as well. So that's the white leather. Looks really, really nice. You're also going to notice the floor mats. So like the one I talked about in the load area, these all match. So you've got them in the footwells here. You've actually got them in the rear occupant seats as well to protect that area, and then the back as well that we talked about earlier. Velocity logos in those too. They are a bamboo weave, so they're a synthetic material. It works really well because you can literally just spray it off with a pressure washer. You don't have to worry about getting those floor mats wet and then like waiting for them to dry like a carpet mat. You can actually just spray those off. So this truck really is designed for the beach, for outdoor living, for fun, and that's one of those things. Come up then and you're going to notice the AC plenum. All Velocity vehicles have brand new AC, and so Broncos have 4 different AC vents. There's one here on the left hand side of the passenger side, then on the right a matching one there for the driver side, passenger side, and then 2 in the middle. Now I know it doesn't look like much, but this AC system really, really works very well. It's super strong, it's super cold, and that's thanks to the guys at Vintage Air that make that system. It's just really powerful. It's a really, really good system to use, and when you're driving, especially when you've got the top to give you shade, you've got the breathability of the seats, and you've got the cold air on you. Even in the really hot summers that we have here in Florida, these trucks are super drivable. They're not uncomfortable. They're incredibly fun. You've got the infotainment system. It's a single DIN system, Bluetooth audio. You can hook your phone up to it really easily. You can also take calls. There is a microphone that sits over here on the driver's side, so that if you are talking to people, they can hear you and you can talk to them. Comes through the speaker system. So that operates like you would expect in a new car stereo. And then above that, the AC controls that we just mentioned. You do have wash wipe as well as your light controls here, but all very basic. You'll notice that the dash here is just very simple. It's not particularly modernized in any way. It's just made to kind of work and look as the original, but you know, have all the features that you would expect in a Velocity truck. So that's really nice. Dash pad is full white leather as well. Stitching on this is really, really nice, super straight. It's lovely. And then again, above that, I've mentioned a couple of times here, this Safari top, just to give you an idea of kind of seating position. I'm about 5'10", 5'11", so there's still tons of space for my head even when I'm sitting very upright. These seats are adjustable as well. I'll show you how that works. You just move forward, move back, as well as the backrest is adjustable and the headrests are adjustable. I think that about covers it for the interior. All right, let's get under the hood and talk through what makes this Bronco go, what makes it tick. So this is the 3rd generation Coyote V8. It's a 5-litre V8 producing around 460 horsepower, and it is a brand new crate engine from Ford. So never used before. This is its first time in its life that it's been used. It's not a takeoff part, and it comes as part of a crate package with the 10R80, which is the 10-speed automatic transmission in this truck. So we've got the 3rd generation Coyote and the 10R80 behind it. The 10-speed transmission is super smooth, super quick. It's really good for both highway driving, hard acceleration if you want to do that, but also more importantly, when you're driving around town, when you want to be a little bit more kind of under the radar, just drive normally. It doesn't have that super quick gear ratios that like the 4 speeds and the 6 speeds have. So it does just make all around driving much, much nicer having that 10 speed. This truck has disc brakes all round. We have a Wilwood hydro boosted disc brake system. So for us, it's important that you can stop as quickly as you can go, and the disc brakes all round help that, as well as a couple of other custom things in this engine bay, like the custom velocity headers, the serpentine system to make this Coyote fit. You can see in the Bronco engine bay, it is super tight, but the guys here do such a good job of making it look as OEM as possible, super clean, all the extra fittings and features. There's a lot of billet components that go into making this engine bay look so nice. Velocity build badge over there on the right hand side, that's really cool. That displays like the exact number of the build. Underside of the hood has also been painted. That's really nice. Firewall's been painted, but the actual inside of the engine bay, like the rest of the underside of the truck and the top side where it's not painted, is wrapped aligned. So you've got that extra protection as well, which is really cool. Let's talk about suspension really quickly and the chassis. So under this vehicle, we have a leaf spring in the back, coilover suspension in the front setup. It is our best preferred version for these Signature Series Broncos. You can go to a 4-link coilover chassis. You can actually do an independent front suspension chassis if you want to. Both of those options do get quite a lot more expensive for what I kind of see as diminishing returns. The IFS version that we offer is a really big upgrade, I will say that, but it's very expensive, right? Whereas most people, 95% of people that come here to the shop or drive one of our vehicles, they understand completely and are perfectly fine with the leaf spring in the back, coilover in the front. So don't let people dissuade you from thinking that this is not a really nice driving truck. It is. And if you don't believe it, come and do a test drive with us. And I think you'll be very surprised at how well our trucks drive at speed in the corners. They are super safe. I regularly drive these trucks for 2-3 hours plus at a time. They are very comfortable indeed. Again, thanks to the suspension setup. For chassis on this truck, we do have the original restored chassis. So this truck is a 66. Combined with that original restored chassis, rather than a brand new chassis, it means that this vehicle can go to California, Nevada, and a couple of the other states that have some stricter registration requirements when it comes to classic vehicles like this. So yes, if you're watching from California and you're worried about registration, this is one of those trucks that can go straight in, no problem, no smog, no carb, nothing. It just goes straight through. So really easy to register in all 50 states, this truck, because of that chassis and year combination. However, when people hear restore chassis, sometimes they think, well, can't I just have the new one? Is the new one better? It is marginally better in terms of it being brand new, right? If that's something that's important to you. But don't think that we've just shot blasted the chassis and like put it back together and like, you know, duct taped it up. That's not how it works. It comes through our full metal shop, goes through all of our quality control processes, and as much of the metal that needs to be replaced is replaced. So it is almost like a remanufactured chassis, but it is the original. So again, all of those states are compliant with this truck. I think that about covers it. This truck is really nice. It is a good example of what we do every day. Like I mentioned, this is probably the 2nd or 3rd Lunar Rock that we've done in this sort of a configuration. I think this is the 2nd one we've done for the showroom with a 6-point cage. I could be wrong, don't quote me on that, but it's a really nice grey colour and a really good example of what we do every day here at Velocity. over 550 of these trucks built now, and just this one drives is as good as you would expect a Velocity truck to be. I love it. If you've got a family, if you've got kids, this could be a really nice truck because of that 6-point cage. And if you're somebody that likes lighter colors, the Lunar Rock with the white interior does look really, really cool. Anyway, that's about it. I'll stop rambling. I will tell you this vehicle covers, or qualifies, I should say, for our Woodside credit financing. So you can finance through our partners at Woodside Credit on this truck, and it is available immediately for sale, ready to go home. So if you've decided, hey, I know it's kind of March, we're getting into April, spring's just around the corner, then it's going to be summer, I want something, this thing could be on your driveway by next week if you wanted to work with us. If you've got any more questions, if you're watching on YouTube, please leave a comment below. If you're watching on Instagram or on social media, you can send us a DM or leave a comment. And if you're on the website, which is where most people watch these videos, please pick up the phone. We are always available 24/7 to answer questions. You can also use the contact form below to fill out a contact form if you've got anything specific, and we will get back to you. I think that about covers it. I love this Bronco. Lunar Rock is such a great color. And thank you very much for watching.